Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Easy Breezy, and we're back for another episode of Talk the LGBT. This is episode 6, not the other episode 5. I said it was episode 6. It's not. It's episode 6 now. And today on Talk the LGBT, we're going to go over the B in the LGBT. Bisexuality, what it means to be bisexual, and if you're confused or if you just genuinely are attracted to both. I taught the LGBT on a few of my social media pages, and we just went over, are you considered confused if you're bisexual? In my opinion, I feel like love who you love, be with who you want to be with. You label yourself as a bisexual, that truly means that you are attracted to both sexes. That not only means who you want to be with sexually, but who you want to spend your time with as far as relationships. I don't think that a bisexual person is necessarily confused. That means that sometimes you date women, sometimes you date men, and that's just based off of what and who you are attracted to. I feel like we live in a world where everything has to be you're this or you're that. What about all the in-between types of things to look at? And I don't think because you can be attracted to both, that means that you're confused. It's just like saying, if I like grapes, I love grapes, I love everything about a grape, but I also am truly in love with oranges. And no, I'm not confused because oranges and grapes aren't the same thing. I like two different things, and I can choose either or to be hungry for at the time. That fits perfectly in the same scenario. If I am attracted to women and I am attracted to men, that means I like grapes and oranges, but it does not mean that I'm confused about which one I want to pick. That just means that somebody's attraction, that's what they like, that's what they aim for, that's what they look for, and it not only has to be with a man or it not only has to be with a woman, it can be with both, because that is what those types of people enjoy. If you know bisexual people who have done this and this with a woman and done this and this with a man, and like you just are so used to seeing who these people date, it doesn't make them confused. I don't feel like you have to pick a side with your sexuality. That's a big thing about not only the LGBT community, but also with straight people as well. Cisgender people who identify as heterosexual, it's not just cut and dry. It's not just black and white. So you don't have to stick with this one type of thing because you can only be attracted to one type of sex. There's a picture going around on Facebook, and it just shows a stud woman and a gay man, and they are all booed up. I don't know if it was a picture just for like a joke, or if it was a picture for like that they were serious and they were trying to show their love. Either way, it don't matter to me. I mean, because I know how I live my life. I live my life with who I choose to live my life with, and it should be the same for anybody else. I do know how the picture can be confusing though. Like, I do understand, because it's not what you typically see. And I think that it falls under being queer and just being gay. Like, everything is gay. Love is love. Like, everything is gay in the LGBT community. I mean, just be in support of that. No, that does not necessarily make them two heterosexual people. I think they would be considered queer, because at the end of the day, if that stud is into a man, like, and she's into feminine women, it's just about being gay and gayness being gay. People focus a lot on what things are supposed to be and what they're supposed to look like, but we're in 2018, rolling shortly into 2019. Nothing is cut and dry anymore. That's putting yourself in a box. When you're heterosexual, there's no, oh, I like this, oh, I like that, oh, I like this. I like the opposite gender, and that's it. Because anything else would throw me into the pile of being in the LGBTQA, whatever. I just don't think that being bisexual means that you are confused. Another thing I wanted to talk about today was gay rights being human rights. So I had another conversation on social media, and it was about gay rights not being as important as the overall umbrella of human rights. And I can see what the person was saying. Like, I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, Human rights in general means everybody having equal rights, everybody being on the same page, everybody being equal. It's not about who's more deserving of rights, or who we should focus our attention more on. It's also not about the LGBT community forcing themselves to be important. We're all humans. It's human rights. So as long as I'm a human and I'm fighting for my right, it doesn't matter if I'm black, white, if I'm a part of the LGBT, if it doesn't matter. You're fighting for equal human rights. We typically look at black people who are the ones fighting for human rights the most in the social eye. Gay people are humans as well. It seems like a bigger matter is because skin color is on the outside. Like, you can see me and you can know, okay, I'm black. But you can't see me and tell me, oh, you're gay, because there's nothing that shows that I am gay unless I tell you. Of course, it's a smaller group, but they cannot see what you choose, unless you are trans or unless you overly expose your sexuality. You can't see a person's sexuality and be like, oh my gosh, I don't like you. If you truly have it on the inside, you're not going to show that on the outside because you don't know unless I told you. So I think that's why it's important for people who say they're for equality to make sure it's equality for everyone. You can't say you want to be equal with somebody, but at the same time you're looking down on them because of their sexual preference. Like, that's not equality. And I don't think people have grasped the concept in their head of let's all be on the same page. Let's all be one. I don't care if I'm black and I'm gay and I'm this type of religion. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna say, oh, this person is less deserving of a platform for human rights than this person is, because it's not about what's more important or who is more important in the situation. It's about everybody being on the same level of importance. I mean, as far as gay people fighting for their right, there are still gay people that are not only being killed for how they feel, but like, we get put down every day. Like, lesbians get made fun of because nobody takes a lesbian serious. Gay guys, if you are overly gay and if you show yourself and express, how gay you are, unfortunately, a lot of people are not on that same page. Whenever there's a post on Facebook about two men, having a family, doing their thing, like, we're all still working for human rights. We're all still trying to be on the same page. When we're talking human rights, let's not segregate what we're talking about. If I'm talking human rights, let's talk about human rights. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. Let's talk about gay lives matter, trans lives matter, all lives matter. Here I go sounding like some type of campaign, but at the same time, it's true. All lives do matter. Yes, in today's day and age, we are focused on one group who are being targeted, but at the same time, all lives do matter. Being in favor for equal rights, you want to be in support of all lives mattering. Now, I'm not saying when there's something with some black people and Black Lives Matter, and that's what we focused on, that, everybody should start to chime in with all lives matter and stuff like that, or gay lives matter, and this, that, and third. Let's focus on what does matter. Because yes, it all matters, but what are we focusing on right now? When there was that terrible massacre in Florida with the club Pulse, when we focused on that, we focused on gay lives matter. We focused on all lives mattering because at the end of the day, it's human rights. It's the right to be a human and exist as such. So there's no level of importance within that. If you feel like there's something bigger or more important to be focused on when fighting for human rights, you're not fighting for human rights. You're in favor of what you are fighting for, and that's not human rights. There are things that don't make sense to certain people, but you ask about them, and guess what? That's what we do on Talk the LGBT. There's no judgment when you comment or you send me something. Like, there's no judgment on what you said. I don't feel a type of way because you asked that or you have a certain type of opinion, because everybody has how they feel. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has the right to feel a type of way about something. But if you have questions about it and you want to ask or you want to see another person's point of view, then that's what Talk the LGBT is for. Well, I do want to thank y'all for hanging in there with me yet again. Episode 6. Thank y'all so much. Those subscribers are going up, so make sure that you subscribe, like, comment if you haven't already. Turn them notifications on, because you know when you turn them notifications on and that bell rings, it's time to talk the LGBT. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, Easy Breezy, aka Breezy on the beat. This is actually one of my favorite beats. Like, I was looking at it, and this is actually one of my favorite beats. So, Breezy on the beat. Make sure you watch my makeup videos that are down below. And don't forget, every Thursday, we talking to LGBT.